Hey, 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 this is your girl, Good Vibes, Good Vibes, Good Vibes, Good Vibes. Just want to say peace and blessings. Hope your Sunday went well. Hope that you are winding down, if not already sleep, getting ready for Monday morning if you have to work. Just waiting to see if anybody comes in. And anybody that does come in, please hit the like, subscribe, share button. I most appreciate it. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope that your weekend went well. They go by so fast. I feel so cheated, but I'm blessed. You're blessed. What I wanted to talk about today is, it's so many people that are just going through, that are just hurting, that are frustrated, that just don't know which way to turn. And I don't always mean to go there, but it's just so many people. Welcome, 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 whoever is there. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Hey, cool gamer. Hey, hey, hey. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But I was just talking about how there's so many people that are just hurting, that are frustrated. Hi, love to travel with Wave. How you doing? Thanks for coming. Happy belated birthday again. I hope you enjoyed your birthday. That's the lady with the golden voice. Love to travel with Wave. Has such a beautiful, sensual voice and a beautiful smile and very beautiful melatonin. I love her. Beautiful energy. Cool Gamer's a good person as well. He plays a lot of games from my understanding. And I'm so glad that everybody is here. Whoever is here, I appreciate you for coming. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I really am. Thank you, sis, for coming. And thank you, brother Cool Gamer, for coming. I appreciate you all. Anyone that's here, like and subscribe, share me out. And just thank you so much for coming. But no, I just want to talk about I just pray. Hi, Scorpio lady. How you doing? I'm so glad that you came back. I'm glad I got a new friend. Welcome, 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 because you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I'm thankful that you came. What I wanted to discuss is just toxic people. Leave them toxic people alone. And if you toxic, get you some help. But the main thing is just pray about it and just focus on good things all the time, in spite of all of the negative things that you're surrounded by. That's one thing. It's so easy to get caught up into the negativity that we forget about all of the things that we should be thankful, grateful, and blessed on. We have to be so careful with what we entertain. We really do. Really, really do. Anybody do anything exciting this weekend? Well, what I did this weekend, I went to a bunch of haunted houses and I really enjoyed myself. I went to that house that had went viral. That was that house where it's Plainfield and they got the floating mannequin. They didn't have the floating mannequin out. But okay, you worked. What kind of work do you do, love to travel away? But yeah, it was this house that's in Plainfield, Illinois that went viral. They had the floating mannequin. It was all on the news. So I had been promising my son, I said, I want to go out there and see that because I'm really a person. I love scary movies. I love to be scared. So I said, let's go out and give it a try and see what it's all about. That place was so underrated, overrated. It was like really the house was like a small house and it was like a bunch of stuff just bunched up in there. And they didn't have a floated mannequin because she said it was too windy out. And it was just I couldn't believe that this is they, and when we were walking up, they had the police outside. So I'm thinking we about to really come across something really like amazing and just be so scared. And no, that wasn't the case. But the other houses that I did go to yesterday, that's why I posted them today, they were pretty good. I really enjoyed myself when I walked up and that mannequin back almost hit me, was scaring me. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed those houses. That's why I posted them because it was something. And I know that this time a lot of people they like Halloween movies. I've never really been big on Halloween because I mean, growing up in the church, we really couldn't do much. So we just went to a couple houses as kids, got the candy, and then my mama, my grandmama, they always checked our bags before we even ate them, and then we couldn't even eat all that candy anyway. But I just wanted to go because I wanted to see what all the hype was about, and it was no hype at all. Hey, James Money 615, welcome, welcome, welcome. And in the midst of all of that, it was like when I went to the house in Plainfield, I wanted to ask the lady for some gas money because it was so much of a waste of time. But I could say I did go. But I'm done with all of that horrible stuff. And then I saw Halloween. Anybody on here see? Hey, Chef Hit Dice, welcome, welcome, welcome. Did anybody see the Halloween ends? It was a O and a K. Okay, you made chicken and vegetables. I know that pineapple cake was really good. I know it was. That sound good. Pineapple cake. Save me a piece. But you in North Carolina. I remember you said that. Yeah, Sheffield Dice, he be throwing down. He really do. And Scorpio lady be throwing down too, and she don't play no games and she got the dog. But I don't know. I had a very good weekend as always. Each day is a blessing. Nothing to complain about, but I was just sharing my experience that everything is more hype than anything. And people, they have you thinking that something is just this big, amazing thing. They sell it, sign, seal, delivered. There it is. Oh, you a sales rep? That's awesome. Well, I know you can sell anything because you have such a soft, sensual voice and a beautiful smile. So I know that you sell everything. You one of the top sellers there because it's all about your tone and product knowledge. And I know that that's one thing that you definitely have. Yep. But yeah, the main thing I was just thinking about was just positive thinking over overthinking. It's so much easier to just start your day off with positive thoughts, with praying, and just throughout the day pleading the blood of Jesus and just asking God, just thanking Him for every breath, every moment. It is the truth because you have such a beautiful voice. Um, and everybody that's here that's interested, please just snatch each other up. In the words of Miss Catherine, snatch each other up and love on each other and like, subscribe each other out. But the main thing is we have to be so optimistic that we don't have no room for no negative space energy to get into those cracks. We have to maintain a positive outlook on life. You could cope better when you have a positive outlook on life. It's less stress. You have better immunity. And it lowers the risk of premature death. Now we know that we all are promised just a little time here. But while we're here, we need to be thankful. We need to enjoy each other. You need to love on your people. It's okay to compliment somebody. It's okay to say, you know what, you really look nice. So they don't mean you trying to holler at them. You're just trying to uplift their spirits. Yes, it really is. And when you think positive, you can focus better. It provides you with better courage, integrity, patience. You're calmer. It gives you better coping mechanisms for life. Plus, you'll feel better and you'll have a happier, healthier life. Oh, I know you come with love and peace, Scorpio lady. I appreciate your presence. I know you come with love and peace, but if somebody go there, you will get them a remix. I do know that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's better to be that way because then you don't have any added stress because you've already told the person where you stand with them. And that's a good thing. And that's me. I'm just the opposite. I'll just get away from you. You will know that I do not want to be bothered with you when I see that you don't bring nothing positive to my life. And it's like, I'm not about to be speaking life into you and you speaking on my failure. I can't deal with that. So that's why I love people like you, Scorpio lady, that speak our mind. And I surround myself with a lot of people like you. You all give me courage because I'm a very passive, don't look for no trouble kind of person. And I'm not saying you look for trouble, but I know you just will let them know, hey, this is not what you want. But the main thing is just to be able to live with each other in peace and harmony. No stress, no frustration, love in your heart. And that's a good feeling. When you think positive things will happen in your life. If all you can see is negativity, if all you can see is just being frustrated, irritated, and just get ready to just beat up any and everybody that come around you, you're not happy. We have to love each other. But first we got to love ourselves. Good evening, walking in divine purpose. That's my internet pastor. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Steve Gilmore, welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. Peace and blessings to you, my brother. And welcome, Sister Naisha James. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You all are beautiful people, and I'm so glad that you came out. But it's just all about this. And Steve Gilmore, he always speaks on this in his channel. And that's just being positive, loving each other, spending time with people. And that's a good thing. We have to just be in a good headspace, ready to receive the good things that God has for us. Anybody that's not connected to Walking in Divine Purpose, she has a very good channel. She's a Bible-based ministry, and I really enjoy listening to her every day that I possibly can because she really uplifts and starts my day off on a good track. Chef Hit Dice, he's a good channel. He cooks a lot of things. Well, his my problem, like I said, he cooks. I'm not a cooker, but he throws down. He makes very good food. We do. We have to love on each other. That's so important because you can go somewhere, somebody will cuss you out. Somebody will be ready to fight you, might even bite you. But the main thing is, if we already promise trouble and it's written in the Bible, why can't we have a little love? You got so many people that's hurting each other, killing each other, and there's so many people that are suicidal. It's so crazy. It's just so much stuff that people they are just so and they gave everybody me the first part of my life, not about me. And that's awesome. Cause you know what? I must say, Scorpio lady, you've given so much to so many other people. Now it is about you. It is. It really is. When you give so much to yourself to people and people just keep on doing you kind of way, I understand. And then it also comes a time where you have to love yourself and focus on you. That's one thing us as humans, we are always so quick to always focus on everybody else and our building is leaning over. And we don't know what to do. And we pulling our hair out and we losing weight and we frustrated and we wondering why. Because we put everybody's feelings first and haven't considered our own. Oh, no problem. And thank you so much for coming out, Naisha James. I know you have to get up early in the morning. It is sad. And it's not easy to love people, especially when they don't give you no love back. They don't give you no act right. People would rather pray on your downfall than to see if it's anything that they can help you with, or if they could give you a glass of water, if they could just give you some uplifting words. Uplifting words are free. But people don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. They so busy trying to tear you down, So I can understand why you only think of why you contribute your life, and that's just to focus on you. So I definitely understand that, Scorpio lady. I really do. And on my channel, it's not a judgment. We all here to uplift each other because everybody walk of life is different. You know, some people have had way worse upbringing than others, and some people are just starting their journey. So it's like wherever you at, just as long as you focus on you, you have to love you first before you can love somebody else. Because if you ain't loving you right, you're gonna get a bag, you're gonna get some garbage sitting next to you. We just have to all be of encouragement to each other, love on each other, pray on each other, and try to do the right thing. Hate does, I'd really, that's why I can't hate nobody. I cannot hate a person because you're right, it does take a lot of energy. It's no love and peace in the world at all. It has been completely removed from the earth. It is so many treacherous and oh my goodness, it's just so many people that they don't care. It's so many people that's reaching for a pill instead of reaching for the Bible. They searching in man-made items, material things. Oh, if I get this nice car, oh, I'll be straight. Oh, if I get this bag, oh, I'll be good. Oh, if I get my hair braided down to up under my feet almost, oh, I'll be prettier. No, you got to love you. You got to love and focus on you in order for your kingdom to build, in order for your foundation to keep from falling down. Yeah, it is. People are so quick to just, and then it's like they follow these illusions that they see on TV. They follow these stars. These stars be so messed up. Half of them you can see, and it's sad to say, but it's so much suicidal. It's so many people that are just so, they're hurting and they don't know what to do. So they're reaching for a pill or they reaching for something to harm them because they feel that they just can't make it. But I'm here to tell you, no matter what you're going through, you can make it. You will get out of it. We in life, we have our ups and downs. Like we have our highs and lows. That's to make you stronger. That's to make you to know that you have to lean on God, that you have to pray. We have to pray. We do. We have to read our Bible. That's our strength. Not man, the Bible. Praying, fasting, meditating, focusing on the goodness of God. We have to have that. We really do. You're right. We as believers are the ones that are holding on to the word right now. And we are the only ones. And some of them have lost it. But I'm thankful that I still got mine. You are so right, Steve. I was listening to when that one time when you said, Steve Gilmore, when you played Self Destruction. I hope you didn't get copyrighted on that, but when you played that, that really brought me back to a time where things were a whole lot better than what they are now. And not saying that it was just everything was just rainbows and just stars and just unicorns, but I thank you for playing that because that is so real. And there's so many people that have never heard that song, or so many people they need to just hear it again. Self destruction, you headed for self destruction. That was nothing but right. And I thank you so much for sharing that because this generation is so lost, so distraught, so frustrated. They all are looking for a name instead of looking for a Jesus. We got to have Jesus. Jesus is our peace, our strength. It gets us through where we need to be. And we so need it. We so need it. We really do. People want to focus on everything that what she got and what he got. when they need to focus on getting to where they need to be. And that's just knowing to call on Jesus. Knowing to let me, you know what? I had such a frustrating day. Let me write down some positive words and speak that over my life. Let me call my neighbor. I ain't heard from him in a while. Let me make sure they okay. The ones, cause don't, and I know Scorpio lady, I know you say you only focus on you, but I know you. I hope that you get a couple of people in your family or friends where y'all check up on each other and give each other positive words. Just just positive, good vibes, just energy, great energy. You're right. You are definitely right. We should be have our mind, especially the way everything is turning. But they think, no, I got time. No, you don't. We all on borrowed time. We are all on borrowed time, so we have to use our time wisely. And we have to and sometimes you just got to be by yourself. Sometimes God just wants you by yourself so he can focus, so you and him can focus on what y'all need to be doing so you can be a better person for yourself, for your community, for your kids. And that's awesome that you have kids and grands. I thank you I'm thankful that you had that. I really am. I'm so thankful I have kids. I am. And they ain't bad kids. I'm thankful. I'm thankful I still got my mother. She got her right mind. I'm thankful for all my family, even the good, the bad, the crazy ones. I'm thankful for them because I'm thankful enough to get away from them when I know it ain't right. I'm not gonna sit up in your house when I know you ain't right, but I'm gonna pray you through whatever you're going through because we all going through something. But I'm also gonna make sure I use my better judgment and my common sense to know that I don't need to be entertaining you and you don't need to be in my space. So I understand that selfishness. Everybody don't deserve your time, no matter who or what they are. Everything don't deserve your attention. Any negative person, you ain't got to entertain that. And you could choose to walk away. But then I also understand those of you that will get them told. I understand that. Because my walk is somebody else's walk is different. I understand. Everybody is not easy going like me. I totally get that. Non confrontational. I get that too. And I understand that they know that they can't. And they give you your respect too. And that's a blessing. And that's awesome that you didn't get copyrighted for that. But I was so glad when you played that song, I was like, yes, I haven't heard that song in a minute. But there's so many people that don't understand. They so lost. And the thing is, when somebody lost, you understand why they go through what they go through. But there's so many people that are so lost they don't even realize they lost. They think that they in them, they think that they straight when they are so messed up. And it's like a lot of times we have to watch what we are eating and what we are feeding ourselves mentally and spiritually. We have to watch that. You know what, Scorpio lady? My mama is like you. She will get you told. So I understand. And she used to always say, I used to be like you, real easy going. She said, and then I got tired of getting pushed in the corner. She said, and I got out that corner. I said, I ain't put you in the corner. I just walk away. But I definitely understand. I definitely understand. This weekend, I ran so much. You're right. You are so right. But I mean, I ran this whole weekend. Oh, I had a long weekend. But I'm thankful that God gave me the strength to do so. And yesterday, my head hurt it so bad. I thought I had COVID. My head had a beat and everything to it. Hey, Frank G, welcome, welcome, welcome. My head was hurting me so bad yesterday. I thought I had COVID. I thought it was about to get a beat going. It was just, that was how my head was going. It was, and I don't get headaches. So I don't know if my pressure was up or was it the fact that I really wasn't sleeping and I didn't drink enough water yesterday. But I'm so thankful that my head ain't hurting the way it was hurting yesterday. Then it got mixed in with a crook in my neck. I was like, oh, but I couldn't do nothing but say thank you, Jesus. And that's why I say I'm so thankful for everything, good and bad. I had to take me a pain pill, and I'm not a pain pill popper, but my head was whoa, whoa, whoa. I had to take something because my head was on 4,000. It was good vibes 4,000. It wasn't even Andre 3,000. It was good vibes 4,000. My head was womp womp womp, and I checked my pressure. Thank God my pressure was fine. Thank God my pressure's fine today. But I don't know what happened. Yes, I think because I was just running so much. And then I was steadily driving. I was going here. And then, like I said, it seemed like I was driving around this whole weekend looking for haunted houses. They do. They have their man on everything but Jesus. Yep, they really do. And I'm thankful that ain't me. And I'm thankful that wasn't me in my younger days. Don't get me wrong. I did my thing like we all do. We all make choices that we later on say, whew, thank God that you took me out that situation. Thank God you removed that person from my life. Because we all got our own stories to tell. And I'm thankful that I'm just, whew, because I used to just be so, I don't know, I just used to just let just people run over me. He, the enemy is attacking our body. But by me being so easygoing and so passive, that I just used to just like let anything go. But now I don't. I just walk away. I walked away then, but I stayed in it for a little while longer. But that ain't I can't do that no more. So I made sure today that I drank enough water, and then I went in that bathroom, and I think I just released the carburetor up out of me. But I mean, I just you have to be so careful with what you entertain and who you let in your space. That's awesome. You know what? And that book will really help a lot of people because we all need to get all of our experiences is so important that we release and that we minister to somebody and that we just you just don't know what you think is like such a horrible experience and this and that and the third. That's therapeutic for you, Scorpio lady. And then it's also you getting your word out to you releasing all of that hurt and that frustration out to help somebody else. Anything that we go through, it's not for us, it's for us to help somebody else. And I remember I used to hear people saying, I'd be like, anything I'm going through is to help somebody. What about me? You coming out of it. That's why you don't need the help. I was like, oh, okay. But I'm so and when you get that book, please let me know. Please let me know because I want to read it. You got that right. You got that right, Steve. I am blessed to still have my mother around. And that's why I make sure that I try to look out for her. Cause she is starting to get up in age. She's starting to forget a little bit. But she's still A1. I'm thankful for that. And I try to make sure that we spend a lot of time together because that's important. I make sure I make time for her. Cause I know I'm really like me and my kids and a couple others that really put forth an effort. She even tell me, she say, when I come over to your house, you take out time with me. And I know and I understand. It's not gonna be sad, it's gonna be inspirational, Scorpio lady. But I understand, see, I'm more hands on because I work at home. So I'm able to spend more time with her. And it's like anything that I do is pretty much on my own schedule when I'm not on my clock. And it's like my job is not a stressful job. We don't have a high call value where I work at because I process unemployment claims. And I've been doing it for a year and a half and I work at home. And then it's like another thing I do, everything I do is pretty much on my own accord. It's like I do independent contract because that's considered to be an independent contractor job. So with that being said, another independent contractor job I do Uber Eats and I do DoorDash. And so anybody that has ever worked in those fields, they know they could turn the app on whenever they get ready to. So it's like I have more time and I have I have a lot of downtime because I move on my own beat for the most part. And then it's like by me having a low call value, I really still move at my own beat. I get the job done, but I'm able to spend time with her. And then it's like my youngest son, he's like me. He spends a lot of time with me and my mother. He understands the concept of family. Which whereas my teenager, I mean, when my 15-year-old is he's very hands on, like how I am. Which whereas my 18-year-old, he's smelling himself, getting him some, got him a little lady friend. So it's like he's in his own world, which is what we all have done. We've all been in, but I'm thankful that God that I'm able to give my mother that time because she needs that time. And we both need that time. It's good for us to have that interaction and that exchange. And I've never been a person so wrapped up in my own life that I'm not spending time with the people that love and spend time with me. But my thing is I'm not gonna give you my time and you ain't giving me your time. That go for like those friends that we have. You have some friends you can call them, you the only one calling. Then you got some friends, they call you too damn much. He does. He does love to attack our body. And it's crazy because my body been attacked twice, but I don't get a devil no problem. In spite of it all, I'm still thanking God because the headache went away. I remember one day I went to sleep and the next day I couldn't walk. And I had to crawl to the bathroom and get myself together. And I knew I had to go to the hospital. And when I went to the hospital, that happened this year. When I went to the hospital, they couldn't find out what it was. They were saying, maybe I had hit my leg in my sleep, but I could not. My right leg was going to the left, and they gave me some crutches. And that's a blessing that you had, because you had to get away from the people in Florida for your own peace. Ain't nothing wrong with having peace. Peace, not pieces. But yes, and it's so important that we drink water. That water, honey, lemon, those are healers for our bodies. And sunshine. Because we all pretty much vitamin D deficient. And also, when the doctor give you medicine to take and you done researched it, take your medicine. But also, it's nothing wrong with going to the health food store because you have to look at it for what it is. Pharmaceutical companies, they want us all on medicine. And it's something crazy. What's the most crazy part is they want us all on medicine, and it's like you taking medicine to fix one thing and it's tearing down something else. How am I to me taking my blood pressure medicine and has that messing up your kidneys? But that's how I go. Any medicine that you take, 9 times out of 10, for a long period of time, it can mess up your kidneys. But you have to use your better judgment, plead the blood of Jesus, drink your water, and trust in God. You have friends that will not call you until they are in trouble. You're right. Or until they in trouble, need money or something like that, need a ride here and a ride there. I heard those, you know what? And it's so crazy that you mentioned that because I was taking that black seed oil. I was taking black seed oil, Irish moss, um, that oregano oil, because I remember when Nick Cannon has this show, he said that oregano oil was really good. But it's so much, it's important that when you taking these medicines that you drinking water, and I know yesterday from that headache I had all that medicine sitting in my head. And then I had lost my son had bought my high blood pressure medicine. He couldn't find it. So I was using a little bit of medicine I did have and I was cutting that in half. So I was really tripping yesterday. But as soon as I got in the car and I pulled the armrest back, I found the medicine. Cause I ended up I had to pay for the other medicine that he had. So thank God now I got enough medicine. But it's just so important that we be mindful of our own health. You got some people that be taking care of everybody but their own self. And you can't do that. You got to take care of you first. I remember my mama would always tell me when my kids was little, you got to take care of you first. You can't take care of them. And I'd be like thinking, that sounds selfish until I actually listen to what she was saying. And it is so true. You can't take care of yourself and then think that take care of them kids and then try to take care of yourself. No, you got to take care of you first. You got to make sure you're taking your medicine. You got to make sure you're drinking your water. You got to make sure you walking. You got to make sure you putting some vitamins in you. You got to make sure you putting some positivity in your space. That positive energy goes a long way. You walking around with this woe is me attitude and you wondering why you can't get nowhere because you are toxic. You not looking for a better way. It's so many people that would rather just stay broken because they want that attention. I don't get people that my attention like that no more. Hi, Cherie Russell. You're not gonna get my attention. I'll pray for you. If you don't want to help yourself, what am I trying to help you for? That's how God works. God is not here to just, He is a free will. He's not gonna just, them words are not gonna jump off the pages unless you open up the book. And if He wants you, He will get you. But you gotta want the help. I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me, but I do want you to pray for me. But PRAY, not PREY. It's a difference. I don't want nobody feeling sorry for me. But we live in a world now where people want to put their whole sob story on social media. And then they wonder when they then got out of that or when or they want to put their whole relationship on there. Every person they date, what they ate, who they been with, where they was at, when they went to the party, and this and that and the third. Is nothing wrong with that if that's how you choose to move. But me personally, I move in silence when it comes to me making some real. When I'm trying to get the meat and potatoes out of my life together, I don't need no audience. I don't need no accolades. I don't. I'm always been a quiet person when it comes to that. Because for one, I don't want you to think I got something. Ain't nothing. If I got $5 in my pocket, you don't need to know I got the whole five. I got a quarter. Cause I'm not no ATM. I go back and forth to work just like you should be doing. And if you need help, I point you the direction, but don't put me down as a reference. Cause people will mess you up. You be trying to look out for people, get them on track. They've been and took everything that you got. They are. They are doing views. And it's nothing wrong with it if that's how they do views, but it's not authentic. And that's not my business what you did last night. And how many boyfriends you own. And you living in your car. Whatever you got going on, if that's how you want to move, I ain't knocking nobody. I'm just saying that's not for me. And like I said, whatever I got in my pocket, I ain't gotta show that. I don't need nobody telling me, I don't need nobody's sample of approval. Because at the end of the day, I'm the one that gotta pay for it. I don't need no GoFundMe, and I'm just thankful. I'm not. That's another thing that make me mad with people. These people have a sound mind. They can do what they got to do. They get a GoFundMe page. Now I understand the people that get the GoFundMe pages for burials and stuff like that. But you trying to get your business off the ground and this and that and the third, but you ain't got no job, but you got a GoFundMe page? Make it make sense. Just like I have a problem with people that are standing in front of an establishment with a cup in their hand. And you can look at them and see, hey, Chef Finest One, hey, Sugar. You can look at them and see that they could go back and forth to work. You can look and see they ain't homeless, they just out there begging. It's a shame when the kids can't even ask you for no change at the gas station because you got a grown man, a grown, you know what, man or woman, sitting there taking these kids' pennies. And then I hate when they try to get the whole family involved. Not only are you out there begging, you got your kids out there begging, you got your wife out there looking like she getting ready to start begging. And then you look over to the side and you will see a van all the way to the end of the line, and that's their vehicle. It's not right. People just really love to just get over on people. If I could get my, you know what, up every day and do what I got to do, you can do the same thing. You can do the same thing. For real. Now, if it's on you to assist and help somebody, there's nothing wrong with that. But if that's your career, just to just be walking around begging, and you're not homeless, there's a difference between if you're homeless. You homeless, yes, you need the help. Yes. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Frenchie. People be off the chain. They have these GoFundMe pages and they of sound mind. And they not sick. It's different if you sick or you terminally ill and you can't work. Otherwise, from these people that be on here, and it's the one that really get me. Family ain't nothing. They ain't about nothing. Cause they didn't ask somebody in the family for $20, and they tired of this person always asking them for money. Then they want to go on. Then they want to go all on the website talking about family ain't nothing. Man, you just don't know. Wait a minute. You have a sound man body. You gonna make sure you smoke your stuff and you drink your drink. So if you got enough money to do that, you got enough money to make sure that you get whatever that 20 you was looking for, that you able to get it. You could go to work. I just wish that people would just try to just stand on their own feet and stop having this begging spirit. I wish people would uplift each other and love on each other. Or just love on themselves. Everybody want to have a sob story. Everybody wants somebody to feel sorry for them so they can get them cash apps ready. That's the same thing as having that coin out, that cup out there. It's just that people have lost the sense of just wanting to be independent. Everybody want to be dependent upon somebody else, searching for somebody else's thing. I wasn't raised like that. And I'm thankful I wasn't. I'm thankful I was, and I'm so thankful now that they've made so many different avenues to whereas you don't have to wait to get paid with these different apps. With Uber Eats keeps me together. When I'm down to my last, that's me standing out there with that cup, turning that app on, and getting ready to run Sister Shirley her pork rinds or whatever it is that she ordered. And then I'm able to cash out that same day. If you are of sound mind and you have a car, a bicycle, your own 2 feet, you can make your own money. You do not have to shake that cash out. That begging spirit is horrible, Scorpio lady. And then they get mad. I don't know. I can't stand them people when you've been and just came to the from the store. You got your plate. What you got in there? Let me get some. And then they pull out their wallet and they got a whole wine full of money. I could see letting you taste it, but you ain't about to eat my whole meal. You can get up and go. You can walk your lazy butt right on down the street. I could point in the direction where the restaurant was at. I could tell you exactly what it is if you like it. But you're not gonna just help yourself to my stuff. But see, they also be living outside their own means. You see all these stars out here with all this expensive stuff you can't even spell, which you can't spell, can't even pronounce it half the time. But you trying to go get it. You popping cards to live off of that, and you getting ready to go to jail because you trying to live this fantasy lifestyle. It's crazy, but that's how we are. Meaning people. I ain't saying our people, because it's all races that do it. But it's just something. Have people, and then another thing, you got so many people that's out here that these rappers, they glorify being dope fiends, having something in their cup, sipping on some scissor. Back in the days when Kool and the Gang, Smokey Robinson, I ain't gonna say all of them, but a great deal of them was doing what they do. Okay. They wasn't letting you know that, but you knew when Lady Sings the Blues got on the stage, she had a little something, something. But it wasn't just exposed the way they do it now. To now, it seems like it's cute to them. And that's crazy. That is crazy. And then I was wondering, right? I remember I was talking to Steve because he broke it down to me. I was saying, what do these men be having in these purses? I got to talking to my son. And I told my kids know better. I don't stand with that. I feel whatever your lifestyle is, hey, that's your lifestyle. But you still, if you was born a man, you still should carry yourself as a man. That's just my honest opinion. But I'm gonna leave that alone because I don't want to be canceled. But my whole thing is I was asking Steve, because Steve said, they be putting their money in their wallet and this and that and the third. I remember that was a few months back. I was talking to my kids, and my son was like, "Ma, they be putting guns in them purses." I'm like, wow. It's just so crazy how things have changed so much with this world. It's crazy. And it's crazy because men are no longer men. Everybody's saying that they was a man trapped in a woman's body and a woman trapped in a man's body. But then when you call them the wrong sex, they get offended. It's just that we have gotten so off track of what's important. And what's important is making sure that you good. If you choose to be whatever you choose to be, just be good and just walk in your truth. But don't get offended if I call you a man and you standing there looking like a man when you really a girl. You can't get offended with that. That is. That is beyond crazy. And I think what's even crazy is the fact these people that think that they are one thing and they want to go to the bathroom with what they was born with in a different bathroom. And then you got men and women that are regular that feel kind of uncomfortable with that. And I think that if that's what you choose to do, they should have a middle bathroom, because everybody is so geared to wanting to go along with their lifestyle, but they slighting just regular people lifestyles. They should have a middle bathroom. That's what I think. Not knocking what people got going on, but let's just make it balanced all around the board. Let's be considerate to everybody's feelings. We don't want people to feel like they're violated. And them people, they get so irritated and frustrated that they be ready to cuss you out. But it's like, can we all just work with each other, and find balance. And women, can y'all kind of like trim them eyelashes down some? 'Cause they get kind of out of hand. It's like we've just lost our sense of self just chasing this brand of what they feel that society should be, that we've gotten so lost. And then it's like y'all put so much focus on that. But have you put your focus on God? Have you at least said thank you, Jesus, for him waking you up this morning? Or are you just still in your feelings because somebody called you a certain when you really a man? It's like we've gotten completely off whack. And what you are frustrated and irritating about, what's more important is your relationship with God. What's more important is you being able to just be in a positive mindset, not being so negative, not being so quick to always to cuss somebody out. Let's just focus on what's important. Let's just make sure that we all good. Yes, it is. Them nails sticking in, yes. When you putting the change in here, yes. And my thing is, the men and women that wear them long nails, because I mean things have shifted. So, how in the world do you wipe your backside? That's unsanitary. And if you making food, if you a chef or whatever, how you cooking food? And if you taking care of some patients, how you changing them patients? And you got them long nails. And you got them long eyelashes. And you got the hair that you getting ready to trip over. How you providing patient care? Because you got to work somewhere to pay for this stuff, unless you popping cards. But the main thing is, let's not get so lost chasing the brand that we lose our brand, that we lose our integrity. And it's gone. It is gone. These women walking around here with the men and women. I can't just say women no more. Walking around with these BBLs, and it ain't proportion right. And I think that K Michelle, yes, how do you clean everything? That's gross. I mean, do they have a brush? I mean, are they going through the car wash? I mean, what is going on? Make it make sense, and let's keep it clean. I don't know. And how do they put them eyelashes on? Cause them long eyelashes ain't staying up there. I think they last what 2 or 3 days. I just never got off into it because I just to me, them eyelashes. And some people they can wear eyelashes and they look so pretty. But I'm just into natural beauty. It's just so crazy. Because I know when they trying to put them eyelashes, when they done fell off, they trying to reapply them. I know they cutting their eyes out. And I wear glasses. I gotta be able to see. I already can't see that good. I ain't about to have something up there batting on, having some blinds sitting on top of my eyes. I can't do all of that. Braids hanging to the ground. I can't walk. I'm heavy set. I've been in trip, fell. I've been and messed something up. I've been a sat on the chair. I don't know. I don't know. Make it make sense. It can get too busy out here in this world. And I don't want to be so busy trying to chase something that I lose my whole purpose of what God has for me to do on earth because I was too busy chasing the brand. It's crazy. And then they get mad when you say, "Is that you?" Because I don't know what I'm looking at, you big drag queen, Amazon looking thing. Man or woman standing in front of me. That is, and if I was a man or whatever they looking for, I wouldn't want nothing that look like that. That's unattractive because they overdo it. You looking at and you trying to see. I already, like I said, I already can't see. I have to you put my glasses on. I'm going to the bathroom. I'm not about to be tripping over no hair, about to bust myself upside the head, walking into a wall, because I'm trying to wrap some glasses around these old blinds on top of my eyes. I ain't about to do all that. And that don't look that's not attractive to me. That's gross. That you looking like a scary movie RuPaul looking thing. And that's supposed to be a cute. That's supposed to be cute, huh? Oh, okay. I don't know. Another thing I wanted to touch on. You all that bank online, make sure y'all check y'all statements. Cause these banks and these hackers, they be in my son he was telling me the other day, he said, "Mom, my account is overdrawn." He's like, I had 500 some he had 500 some dollars in his account and ended up going down to 60 some dollars. And this was over a time period. Like they'll take 85 here, 20 here, 17 there, whatever it was. But when I went through that month time span, it was $500. So make sure y'all checking y'all account. These cash apps, these PayPal, you have so many people. Right. They looking for a husband, it's crazy. So please make sure that y'all check y'all accounts because we're such a busy society that we forget or we just have so much going on that we overlook it. Look at y'all statements. Y'all bank online, make sure you look at your account so that they can refund your money back. So they can research it and they can refund your money back. Because I know one thing, I work too hard for me just to be handing something out. I'm not just, I'm not, no. I'm not giving something to somebody and I work too hard for it. Just giving it, you just gonna hack into my stuff and I'm just supposed to but if you're not looking at it, you're not gonna know. But I bet you all, if y'all look at y'all statements, you will see a lot of stuff that ain't supposed to be on stuff that you ain't authorized. So please make sure you check that. That's awesome. I try to check my account every day. But when I saw all of that needed to be refunded, and by him being underage, I try to check it every day. That's so important, for real, because it's just too much going on. We work too hard for our money just to be handing it over to somebody that's their job to take your money. Make it make sense. But it's so easy for you to get, especially if you're up in age, you your money can get away from you. But your money can get away from you when you up in age from family and friends. Them same people that sitting up there on your couch, keying, is getting that card and doing and cashing out. That's why I say it's so important that you watch who you entertain. Because a person will show you their intentions. All you got to do is that's why God gave us two eyes. He want us watching. That's why God gave us two ears. He want us watching. I mean, he want us listening, watching. I'm getting sleepy. Pray for me. But he gave us two eyes because he really want us to see what's going on. And those of you that are like me that can't see squat doodly doo, he gave us four eyes. He gave us two ears. So you sitting there listening, watching, and he gave us two knees. And if them knees are strong enough, you need to be praying on them. But you know what? You don't have to let nobody touch your card. People will find a way. When you when I tell my kids all the time, when anytime you taking care of business, you don't need no entourage. That's why it's called your business, not the business. Okay, that's awesome. Because we have to put people through a probationary period. Because everybody that smile in your face, they ain't your friend. And my thing is, if you laughing all the time, I can't trust you anyway because you about got something up your sleeve. Unless you telling jokes. But when it come to business, that's what you supposed to do, take care of your business. You don't need no entourage of people. And don't be on that phone while you taking care of business. We have to stay focused at all times. When you walking around, you getting into your car, you don't need to be FaceTiming no damn body. You need to be watching and making sure ain't nobody ducking in the bushes. You just supposed to be watching. These phones were created to distract us, and they doing a daggone good job because there's so many people that's so lost. We on here looking at stuff we ain't got no business, but ain't one time got the Bible app on our phone or just put on YouTube, read the 23rd Psalm to me. We need that. We have to stay focused. We can't lose our way. And it's so easily to get distracted. That's why these phones was created to keep us distracted. So they can know where we at. That's why they locate us. I try to keep my locator off. Only time I need to have my locator on is if I'm looking through an app that requires my locator, or if I'm like if I'm lost and I'm trying to find where I need to go. But you don't need your locator on. You do not need that. We need to stay focused. We do. And if you hanging around somebody every time y'all going somewhere, you got to pull out your card. You need a new set of friends. We need to be going Dutch. I wish I would go somewhere with somebody, and it need to be understood in the get go. Exactly. I had church on my YouTube too. That's why I said Naisha James. I listen to her every day, and if I miss a day, I come back and listen to it the previous day because I make sure that before I start my day on my knees. I have to pray because I already know that the odds are against me once I get to moving around. I already know that the devil is around lurking, waiting to take my shine. I already know that. And when you already know that, it ain't no need to entertain it. It's the need for you to make sure that you covered by the blood. And I want to be covered by the blood. What's important to me each and every day that I laugh, I gotta laugh. I don't want all you look at some people, they got so many wrinkles up in their forehead. It's like a spider web. They are awesome. Joyce Myers and Sarah Jakes are awesome. I look at Valley Kingdom Ministry. That's where I'm a member at, or they call it Shekinah Glory. I listen to John Hanna. He's also a good minister in Chicago. But it's just and a lot of times, like a lot of people, Frank G, are not at that walk of life yet. So if you're not there yet, and I'm thankful that you are, and even if you just find some the motivational things with Steve Harvey be doing those minutes. So you can pull up on YouTube motivational thoughts. Because everybody walk is different. Some people are frustrated and they feel like they don't want to go in that vicinity. But I have to have a word in me. I mean, I ain't around here quoting scriptures or nothing like that, but I know I have to have a word in me. I know I gotta have I gotta have prayer in me. I know that. That's the only way I can function properly. And I also know I gotta take my high blood pressure pill. I know that. It's a given. And I know I gotta drink water. I know that. And I know that about all these vitamins and stuff that I take. Hey Keith Smith, welcome, 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 and thank you. I know that I have to have positive things in my day because we know evil and negativity is right around the corner. And I don't give it no energy in my life. I don't let the devil get in my ear like that. Like yesterday when my head was won't all day yesterday. But I didn't entertain it. I kept going with my day because I wanted me and my son to have that quality time. That's important. If I got one son that want my time, I'm gonna give him my time. That's exactly the way I am. And I made that promise, Frank G. I'm glad you said that. Before I get into social media, I'm gonna make sure that I pray. I get on my knees and pray. And then I make sure that before I get to checking how many subscribers, my watch hours, I make sure that I listen to Naisha James. That's a walking with divine faith. I make sure I listen to her because I need that. And another thing I do, I make sure I listen to about 3 songs, motivational songs. And I switch it up. One of my songs I have to listen to pretty much every day is "It's Not the Time or the Place" by Marvin Sapp. "You've Been So Faithful." I don't even know who that is. Sometimes I listen to "God's Plan" by Drake. But I gotta put something positive that for me to have a song to hum throughout the day. I cannot sit around expecting God to perform a miracle on my behalf and I haven't fed my spiritual man properly. I have to do that. I have to. I really do. I need that. That's mandatory for me. And all throughout my day, I'm saying, "Thank you, Jesus." I could have just stubbed my toe. "Thank you, Jesus." When my head was womp, I was still, "Thank you, Jesus." Because the devil wants to distract you. And in all thy ways, I try to acknowledge God in everything that I do so that he can direct my path. He is. I definitely agree with you on that, Scorpio lady. But I'm not going to let him rock my boat. But God is right. I have to acknowledge him because he the one that keep my car running. He is the one that keep my car running, meaning my body. He the one that he didn't say, "Well, maybe I'll wake up and maybe not." He wake me up every day. I have to acknowledge him for that. He is my peace. And I tell my kids that don't call on God when you need him. And you call on him because we need him every day. Like Frank G said, them friends that only call when they had trouble. And then, you know what? When I was listening to Naisha James earlier this week, you know what she said? And I wrote it down. Let me find it. She said, "Stop using God as a vending machine." And I was like, we are like Job. You right. We definitely are. We are tested every day, all day, throughout the day. And we have to be prepared. We have to be ready. We do. I can't be ready if I got eyelashes getting ready to hit everybody in the room. I'm blinking and I like I told y'all, I'm a crybaby. I'm crying now because God is so good. I can't have eyelashes that look like some blinds and tint on the windows. And I'm trying to thank God for it. I can't worship like that. I can't praise him like that. I'm ready to get that mess off my eyes. Job was tested time and time and time and time and time and time and time. But he didn't give up on God. And I try to have I try to have more than the faith of a mustard seed. And I know I do. But it's the truth. How can I get my how can I get my big butt on the ground with hair down to my ankles? I'm a minute fell and bust my head. I mean, I'm just telling you, just my walk. I can't have all that hair on my head. It's too hot. Wigs and all that. Not all that. That's too much. That's too much paperwork, if you ask me. I can't do it. I cannot do all of that. If I got some hair, some braids on me, they ain't long. Cause I can't do all of that. That's too much. Uh-uh. That's too busy. And then that take away from your natural beauty. It really do. Cause you thinking, is this a man, a woman, or and why would all these people, these stars, get this work done and they all look like cats? Exactly. He had triple. He did. He had a lot of stuff that happened to him, but he still stayed in a race with God. And that's important. That is so important to acknowledge God. Because we can't do nothing without him. I can't eat my food. I can't tie my shoe. I can't open my eyes without him. So I got to acknowledge him. I got to acknowledge him. And I hope that I instill that in my kids because I try to each and every day, but I know that they're rebellious. But long as they know that they've been baptized, they understand it's important to have a relationship with God, that they repent of their sins. Long as I got their car running, it's up to them what they do with it. I sprinkle oil in their room. I put crosses all around their room and with the oil, okay? I put it on their sheets. I put it everywhere. Because we all was once before. And we all rebelled. And we all got sidetracked before. That's normal. That's a given. And that's why I pray for generations and generations and generations and generations. I pray for everybody. Because we need that. We need covenant. We need peace. We do. I even thank God when I release myself in the bathroom, when I release gas, because He make it possible. That's a horrible feeling being in bondage, being constipated. I thank God for everything I go through. When I couldn't walk that day and I was crawling to the bathroom, I was thanking Him then. I acknowledge God in everything I do. I pay my tithes. I have to. But I'm going to say this again because I'm human. It was many a times that I couldn't do it, but for the past 4 years, 28, 18, 19, 21, for the past 4 years, I have been a heavy tither. And I've been nothing but blessed. But before, I didn't have it to give. But when I made a petition with God and I told Him, God, if you bless me financially, so that I'm not living from check to check. And my money would be so low, I wasn't even living from check to check to check. I was living from cha. I couldn't even get the whole word out because it was already gone. But I acknowledge Him. I do. And I pay my tithes. And I pray for people. And I uplift people. But if I steadily see, if I'm steadily putting into you, and all you got is your hand out, and if it's somebody that's struggling and I got a couple dollars, I give it to them. I don't put it on social media. Or if I'm just blessed to be a blessing to somebody, I bless them. I agree. He definitely brings people around for a reason, a season. I agree with that. Excuse me, I'm just a crybaby. Because I just get emotional when I think of where I used to be and where I am today and how good He has been to me and my family. I'm thankful I live in a house where I was raised to have a relationship with God. Ah, I'm thankful that a lot of people in my family have lived long lives. It's a blessing. I'm thankful that my kids ain't, gangs, staying around here pistol whipping nobody, carrying purses, because I got boys. I'm just thankful. I'm thankful. I have peace of mind. And even though it's other things that go on, because we all go through things with our family, but I'm thankful to say that I'm good. And everything don't have to be monetary. I ain't got a lot of money. I try to keep me a couple dollars here and there, but I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for the struggle that I had before 2018 because it made me the person I am today. I'm thankful. I am thankful for all of the bad relationships, all the friends that really wasn't my friends. I'm thankful because now I know what to tolerate and not to tolerate and how long I'm not going to be bothered with it or just to walk away because I'm not going to argue with you because I see it as beating a dead horse. You got your right to believe what you believe. You a user, you trying to get off on people. You don't want to do right, that's fine. You are entitled to that. But I walk away with my head held high and making sure that you ain't about to try to rob me. You feel me? Because people be having whole hidden agendas, a whole nother agenda going on. You thinking y'all good and they trying to set you up. And you ain't even got nothing to take, but they trying to set you up. Or they just trying to take your soul so you could be negative and miserable with they ugly behinds. That ain't worth it. And that ain't working. And I ain't gonna entertain it. I try to be very and my mom is so funny. My mama say, you an easygoing person. But you arrogant when it come to men. You're not gonna just put up with anything. And if it don't work out, you gonna walk away. I said, Mama, cause I ain't been nothing but let down by men. And I'm not saying that I'm not jumping on men because it is some good men out here, but I don't entertain them. I come across the wrong people. They are. But you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you on that. I see everybody that I run into on YouTube as an associate until I actually bond with somebody. Some people you can just, oh, hey, how you doing, sis? This is phony. And then you have some people that you just come across them and they just are genuine people that you feel like you have known all your life. But you're right. You can be you and it's crazy because you can run into some people on the street that treat you better than family. But you also gotta watch them people because people be having hidden agendas. I always have my eyes and ears and toes ready to either walk away or either to listen to make sure that you are that me and you that we are in sync, that we on the same page. I just can't do it. I refuse when I'm listening to somebody and they ain't talking right. I can't give you. I just ain't gonna just let you in my space like that. And I meant to ask you, Scorpio lady. So are you just a moderator? You just be on here chilling? Cause I'm like, you ain't got no friends on here, so you don't really. You just hang out. You don't have you. No, I'm not gonna say you don't have no friends. I didn't see no videos on your page because I was trying to leave you a message to just thank you for just subscribing to my page. And you ain't got no damn videos up there, lady. I'm gonna get you. But anywho, but it's just you just have some people that are just passing by. And I pray, and that's one thing I do. I pray all the time. Show me a person heart. Show me their intentions. And as we get older, your discernment become just you don't even have to ask. You already know off the back. Oh no, this ain't gonna work. You have to. You have to definitely watch them. Okay, got it. Cause I was looking on, I'm like, well, videos. Okay. So now you just set me straight. Okay. I'm like, I want to say hi to her. Check her out. Cause I hadn't been on here for a few days. But it's like I'm one of them people. I reach out for people. Hey, how you doing? I don't need to know your business because that's not my intent. My intent is not to get in your not to get in your cookie jar. I got enough shit dealing with my own situation and crazy ass family members. So don't think that I'm trying to get in your business. You have to. You can listen to somebody over and over again. They gonna keep telling you over and over again what they own, what their intentions are. All you got to do is listen to them. That's all you got to do is listen to them, and they will reveal themselves to you. For real, for real, for real. It's just so important that we just watch what we. It's just important to your space. When I saw they said that Ray J was trying to kill himself, oh, whatever it was, I guess he was taking baby aspirin like Fantasia had did that time. Anytime that I look at Ray J, he is so fictitious. If he could be Brandy, he would. It's like just cause you got money don't mean that your problems are solved. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, I'm gonna have to write that. I'll just screenshot it. Okay. I'm gonna have to find out who Tanya Renee is. That's awesome. I will be there. I will be there, Scorpio lady. But yeah, you a hard person to find. Cause like Frank G, I could just reach out and touch him. But I try to go back and look at the people that have subscribed to my channel because I was gonna share you out. I don't know if I did, but then I was like, she didn't. No, I couldn't have shared you out because you don't have no content. Well, okay, I will be at your party. I'm gonna have to put that on my calendar. But I screenshotted it because I'm gonna forget. But the main thing, I just really try to just watch who I let in my space. And luckily, I have a good friend that has been out here for a while, so he could kind of like I could ask him about somebody, and he kind of know about them. But I just really watch my space. I really do. I try to share out everybody and PP chat. I don't know who PP chat is. Welcome 4C Gang for Life Everything, Mike. First time over here. Just came across your channel, just showing support. I appreciate you. Welcome 4C. Welcome 4C. But yeah, it's what I was talking about 4C is just watching who we entertain. And knowing that everybody that's smiling your face and everybody that you give a couple dollars to from time to time, they ain't your friend. Stuff we already know, just refreshing. Because there's a lot of people that didn't have parents to instill in us that, or we just had to figure it out for ourselves. And it's like as you get older, we should be getting wiser, not just being old fools. That's just so important. That's my first time ever meeting you, Mike. But you say Mike is funny. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check him out because I ain't never seen him. I'm so glad that you came. No, I appreciate you coming for a few minutes, however long you are. I appreciate you. And just making sure that we stay focused on our friends, our surroundings, that we stay prayerful of ourselves and others in our circle. And we just watch, pray, speak life over ourselves. Don't always be so quick to find a pill. Because a lot of these pills that they got these people on, that they got people on, okay, I'm gonna have to check them out then. But the main thing, the medicines and stuff that they have people subscribing for, they don't be no good for us. The medicines don't be right. That's why I try to use the natural way, but I'm still gonna take my medicine. I try to make sure to, by me being on high blood pressure, I try to make sure I take the beets. But like I said, I can't do the juice. I had to do, because I tried drinking that juice and I felt like I was eating some drinking some purple dirt. So I said, no, I can't do that. But make sure that you're doing what worked for you. Make sure that you laugh. That's so important. I had to put me on a funny movie and just laugh at it. And when I'm telling you, my funniest one I have to look at, All About the Benjamins. I see that story scene when he in there talking with them old ladies. That just take me in. Oh, you used to be the sewing lady. So you used to be the lady making the prom dresses and stuff. Okay, okay. That sound good. And that's awesome that God, that's right, because you got those gifted hands because you know how to cook. Scorpio lady, that's a blessing. It's like anything that we have that God has given us, it's important that we utilize it. It's not a curse, it's a blessing. Me being able to talk and make people laugh and sing, that's what I do. Those are blessings. Don't let your blessing be used as a curse to whereas you messing yourself, your brand up, chasing after somebody that's not even for you. It's so important that we just watch what we entertain. And be your time is valuable. Don't be spending your time with somebody that you ain't got no business spending your time with. Just cause you love him. He don't love you. Especially if you walking around with them eyelashes getting ready to hit everybody upside the face with in the room. And a button no sooner than you turn around, you just smacked everybody with it. That ain't cruel. But that's what they think is cute. When you in a relationship, you bring something to the table, I bring something to the table. That's how that works. You ain't always supposed to be the one giving, 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 and you can't even get him to act right and keep it in his pants. You have to make sure that you are equally yoked. That's important. That's really important. Go same thing with friendship. Like Frank G say, only time this person call me is when they want something. But when they got their stuff going on, you don't even hear from them. It take way more facial muscles to frown than to smile. That's why I try to smile. I don't want no spider web sitting across my head. That ain't attractive. Mm-mm. I'm already natural, so that means you really. I'm walking around here with a big natural on the top of my head and wrinkles. That ain't cruel. Walking around here looking like SpongeBob. No. I want to be able to just love on people from afar, with social distancing. But I just want to be able to just spread love and light. I see my platform as, this is me personally. I see it as a privilege. It's a privilege for me to talk to all of you all today. That's a privilege. And I'm not abusing my privilege. I'm not out here just talking about people and cutting them up and no, because that's not what my platform is for. That's important. I see it as a privilege because I see it as, what if you was on here talking to somebody and no sooner than you got off the phone with them, they passed or they committed suicide. But if you had them for that 1 minute just to listen to them and you dropped some knowledge or you made them laugh, you made a difference. And that's how I see it as. Life, we have to be so careful what we do, how we do it, who we hang with, who we entertain, what we put in our body. That's important to me. This is a privilege to come in you all's home. Y'all don't have to sit here and listen to me. That's a privilege. Especially, and I ain't on here talking about nobody. People love to hear nonsense. That's just the world that we live in today. That's why I thank you all for coming. Y'all ain't have to be here. But if you was only here for a minute, I hope that I dropped something in your ear. Or I hope I gave you something to laugh about. Because that's important. People abuse their platform doing bullshit. That ain't me. That's not how I want my fruit to grow. I want my fruit to harvest I want to reap a good harvest. I don't want to be like that beach just having just dirt. I don't want that for myself. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to just give you a garbage product. I wouldn't be able to sleep through that one. I like peace. That's how I move with peace. I don't want garbage. When you get your food, you want something good on your plate. And that's what I want to provide for you while you here. I want you to be able to get something out of it. And like I said, make sure y'all checking y'all bank statements. Make sure you proofreading that. Make sure there ain't nobody got your whole info and they just doing everything you could think of on your dime. Watch them bank statements. Watch that cash out. And like I said, he had $500 total. My son, 15 years old, cash out. And first and foremost, I asked him, "You sure you wasn't on the game with this card playing around?" He said, "No, ma, cause you have to make sure, cause you don't want kids to make a fool out of you, okay?" And he said, "Nah, I looked at everything. It's so important. Watch your finances. It's so important that you watch that person. If every time all they got to say is something negative, you've been around them. And this what gets me with people. They do all this complaining all day long. Oh man, I did this, I did that. I ain't got no money. I'm ugly. Um, you know, I ain't got nothing to wear. I ain't got this, that. They complain the whole day. And then they say, but God is good. God was good in spite of all of that. God give you things for you to acknowledge him and for you to be grateful and thankful for. Okay, you might be ugly, but you got all your teeth in your mouth. That's important. You got to work with what you got. If you know you're not the most attractive thing, ladies, that don't mean you go get them eyelashes and make the situation work. That means you get you a nice hairstyle that get you a little makeup. Make sure you put some lips, some lip gloss on, and try to beautify. You got to work with what you got, because what somebody may think I'm attractive, I'm probably ugly to some people. You can't win everything in the fight, so you got to have some good qualities. You can't be walking around here saying, "Oh, dang, all I got enough money to do is buy something that rainbow." You better be thankful you got rainbow money. You better be thankful you can go to the swap meet, because it's somebody that ain't got nothing to wear but the same thing. And guess what? They gonna wash it. They gonna make sure it's creased. You gotta work with what you got. You gotta be thankful for what you got, because if you are thankful for the little things, God can expand that blessing. But if you ain't ready to receive it and all you got is something negative to say about everything, I don't need to be hanging around you. You ain't got nothing good to say. And if all you got is negative thing to say, as soon as I turn my back and go up the street, you ain't doing nothing but talking about me. You a hater. You hate yourself in your own life. You ain't about to knock mine down because you ain't got nothing good going for you. And you said it. Hello. You know who can say the hell out of hello is Snoop Dogg when he say hello. But it's the truth. I gotta have something good coming up out of my day. But I gotta start my day out right. And all throughout the day, I gotta acknowledge God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. All day long, I'm doing it. I know my neighbors be like, "I'm so sick of this." I know they probably think I'm crazy because I get up and just say, "Thank you, Jesus," because I have to acknowledge God for what He does in my life. Because He the one that make it happen each and every day. As long as He want to do it, I'm thankful for it. Be thankful. Be grateful. Don't waste your time on something that ain't gonna get you nowhere. Don't do that. You cheating yourself out of a good life. You cheating yourself out of happiness because you holding on to a piece of nothing that don't mean you no good. Exactly. That's important. I'm not about to do it. It is no way that I'm gonna be walking around and my friend be like, "You Mary Poppins, just always just Always just smiling and stuff. I have to, because a God gave me a smile, so I'm gonna utilize it. Yes, I'm telling you, I be in my house, or when I be having church service in my car, I be like, "Thank you, Jesus." I throw my hand up, cause I'm thankful. Cause guess what? I still got sensation in my hand. It's some people that don't have that. It's some people that don't can't open up their eyes and see how ugly people are. I'm thankful for that. And some people ain't got nothing but rotten teeth in their mouth. And if you got rotten teeth, brush them. Try to get. And if you ain't got no dental care, brush them and be thankful for it. You have to. You have to. That is mandatory with me. Because if I did not take, I can see how people. I can see how people end up on drugs and alcoholics because they never will explain, or they never had somebody to take out that time and let them know what was important in their life. And then sometimes people just stray. They just stray. It's just normal. I remember my grandmama passed a few years back. I think it was like 2016. And I didn't even know it, but I had gotten into a dark place where I was buying wine every day. And I'm thinking in my mind, I had to cuss myself out one day. I said, wait a minute. You wait till you get in your 40s to become a winehead? I had to get myself out of that rut. I almost slapped myself that day. But I mean, I had to get it together. We all have our walks of life. We all have our struggle. And then I had to think about it. Wait a minute. Alcoholism, you already know, run with your daddy. So you gonna wait till you turn 40 and now you gonna be an alcoholic? You about to be a winehead? I had to get myself out of that. I had to get myself out of that. I was buying a bottle of $4 wine every day. I was buying me some Ripway. Had to get out of that. Because I knew better. Right, winehead. I'm like, what in the world? But I'm just being honest. Because we ain't perfect. We all have things that bother us, that upset us, that things that come to rock your boat, that just sink your ship. I've been there. I have definitely been there. Yeah, but I almost had to slap the shit out of myself. Scorpio, I'm telling you the truth. I was serious. I had to wait a minute. I had to put myself in my own office, okay? And give my own self an intervention. And I'm just thankful that God checked me. Like, hey, get yourself together. Okay, get it together and get it right. So I had to let that go. But the thing is, I was starting to develop a habit, but I had to get out of that. So when I go out, I have me a little drink here and there, but I'm not just blasted. That's unladylike. That ain't attractive. No. You become 40 years old now, you want to be a wine head. Why they do that at? Because your grandmother, who meant significance to you, that she left. No, that means you supposed to get more and more into the Lord. You supposed to get more and more into some positive thinking. You're not supposed to be picking up no habit, not like that. Mm-mm. But it's just so important that we don't get so lost in ourselves that we lose our way in stuff and people. Because it's so easy to get distracted. These cell phones were created to distract us, but you can find the right distraction if you Google some good shit. You gotta Google, let me get some word in me. Let me and it's something. You have smartphones and you got people that's still dumb. Even if you can't read, everybody can't read. I understand, I get it. You can have it read to you. It's no excuse. It's no excuse at all for us to be lost unless we want to be lost. Or unless we just remedial and just don't know no better. But if you are the smartest person in your crew, you need a whole group of friends, new friends. Because that means you done outgrew the people that you grew up with from the second grade. That don't necessarily mean y'all still supposed to be cool. Well, I'm not gonna say that. That don't mean that y'all still supposed to be in each other's space so heavily. Because we supposed to be learning. For real. I cannot just we're not supposed to be the same people that we was 20 years ago. We not. We supposed to have something up under our belt. You supposed to have some different trades. You just supposed to have just be working towards something. Anybody can be nothing. But we got these phones. We got phones to show you how to make beats. This phone is powerful, but you just gotta use it the right way. If you want to be out here doing TikTok videos, go on and get paid for it. If you want to learn how to cook, go on and Google it. Cooking recipes. It is no reason why we don't have what we need, because you got it right in your phone. Long as you got some Wi-Fi, you can work it out. You could create whatever it is that you want. All you got to do is sit still, get you a pen and piece of paper, and come up with you some ideas. We got to jot down something to make it happen for ourselves. There's no way that we should still just be mediocre. You supposed to have something up under your belt. You could become a life coach, whatever it is your niche. And if you ain't found your niche, you need to get down and you need to jot down some stuff and figure it out. But sitting there feeling sorry for yourself is not going to get you the way you need to be. We do not need no pity pat. And you shouldn't want nobody to feel sorry for you. You should want better for yourself. And that's why I say if you're around somebody that's making moves and that's doing something, that's going to rub off on you eventually. Hell, it might slap you upside the head like it did that day when I was in the liquor store. But you just gotta have something that you're working toward so you don't get lost. For real. Protect your peace and make you some investment in yourself. You owe that to yourself. Thank you, Scorpio lady. You're right. We do. You owe yourself the very best. Don't let nobody take that from you. Don't let nobody steal your joy. Because life is already stressful or freaking enough. We already promised trouble. That was in the Bible. So if I'm already promised trouble, why am I steady hanging around these stupid, dumb people that ain't doing nothing? That's trying to scrape up a couple dollars to get them a blunt. You ain't benefiting from that. Get your own blunt. Get your own paper. Whatever it is that you need to do, I ain't saying trying to make people be in no crackheads. Well, all I'm saying is let's work towards something good so we can benefit from it. That we is you and your family, your immediate family. And if they ain't trying to get on board, you got to leave them behind. You got to pray for them. Protect your peace. Don't be so caught up in the dollar that you are just disintegrating because you just don't know what to do with your headspace. You can write a book, like Scorpio Lady said. We go through experiences sharing with other people to get them out of that rut. What you go through is not for you, it's for the next person to get them through. But you can't get through it if you're going to keep standing in it. You know that man is not going to marry you. You know that woman is not wife material. Let it go. It's okay to be by yourself. If you can't be by yourself, how you expect somebody else to love you? If you don't love you, how do you expect somebody to love you? If you can't make yourself laugh, how you expect somebody else to make you happy? I'm just saying. You got to take out time with yourself. You got to date yourself. You got to, and sometimes you got to Well, you know how like I know I do this on Facebook. If I got somebody, if I'm if I'm posting stuff on Facebook and they don't never like nothing, don't never re don't never repost my stuff. But you look on their page and you see, man, they be liking everybody else comment, but they don't like nothing I put up there. It's time to drop that person. Thank you. You know I'm right. That's the same way we got to do with our friends in real life, not the associates on the line. You gotta think about it. Wait a minute. Me and this person been cool since the fifth grade. Every time they in trouble, I make sure they good. And they got their own job, but they can't never pay for nothing. That time when I asked them for that 20, they ain't have it. They ain't never got nothing good to say. They get in my car, don't give me no gas. Gas is like $40 a gallon. I can't get a glass of water when we go over their house. What you holding on to them for? Because you've been cool with them since grammar school. You've been cool with them, but they ain't thinking about you. So you need to let that go. You need to let that go. You will benefit letting that person go because you're going to grow. You're going to be that pottery that grows. You deserve that to yourself. You deserve to be around people that love you. You shouldn't want nothing no less. If I can show you love, and I don't mean just laying down with you mentally. If we can't benefit off of each other, ain't no need for me to be on your line, tainting your head with lies. And then you got the ones. This another one that kill me with people. Every time you talk to them, it's a lie. They lie about this. They lie about stuff they shouldn't be lying about. You could ask them, what you got on? Oh, I got on some red pants, a blue shirt, and they got on all green. Now, if you lying about something you ain't got no business lying about, you be lying on me when we ain't together. You got me looking all kind of crazy out in these streets, and this supposed to be my friend. And guess what? You get to lie being around this person. Now you a liar. Because you done hang with the best of them. This person, they lie so good they believe they lies. Now you starting to believe it, and now you lying right along with them. You got to be around somebody that's moving and working towards something besides a blunt and a beer. You got to be with somebody that knows something besides what come on TV. Somebody that y'all could share some stuff with. Somebody that y'all could actually, y'all got more than just memories. Y'all got just meaningful conversations with them. Y'all done share stuff, and the stuff is confidential. Y'all are able to keep each other so you ain't heard that same situation turned around and made worse than what you had already been through with it. We owe that to ourselves. You are worth more than what you second guessing yourself. And you thinking just because you grew up with this person that y'all supposed to be joined at the hip, now you supposed to let them down. Just walk away. You don't owe them nothing. I had known my kid's father since I was 17. Had my first baby with him at 26. Had my second child with him at 29. Now I'll be 45 on the 20th of November. We ain't got nothing but history. My oldest son is identical to him. And what's so crazy, when my oldest son sweat, he smelled just like his father. But he didn't mean me no good. That man hurt me more than anything. Because when I first saw my baby father, I was in love with him. I was so verbally abused, getting ready to start being physically abused. I had to let that go. And I had to let it go before my kids was of age to where they could remember it. I had to walk away. That was the best thing I had ever did in my life. I walked away from him. I think my oldest son was about 4, and my baby boy I think was like close to 2. And I never looked back. And I love that man with all of my being and all my soul. But he didn't mean me no good. And those were choices that I made. You say you got so many mod sticks. I feel you on that. But I mean, I had to let it go. And the reason why I let it go, because I didn't want my kids to just grow off of learning how to live off of a woman. I wanted better for my kids. And I should have left him for me. But I looked at it as this man is their father. He don't mean me no good. He disrespects me. He don't bring to the table what I bring to the table. And I had to get away from that table. And I never looked back. And that's what a lot of us have to do. We have to move on. We have to move on. And I'm thankful that I've never been through physical abuse in a relationship. I'm thankful for that. But I know one more hiccup and it would have been there. But I knew I had to get away from it because I knew that I deserved better, but I didn't want my sons to grow off of to grow up to their mama being verbally abused and physically abused and somebody living off of them. I knew I deserved better. And it was a process because I felt like, man, we gonna make it. No, my kids would have hated me if I would have stayed in that situation. They would have. And they would have been living off of women. You say you give them the business. I feel you on that. But see, I just walked away. And it was a long process. I mean, it required a lot because he just wouldn't go. I mean, but to this day, I'm thankful to say I'm cordial with him. I'm able to play nice, even though he don't contribute nothing hardly with my kids. I do everything. But I'm thankful I got my peace. And I'm thankful that I struggle so much raising my boys. I'm thankful that God gave me a better way because I made that petition with God. I said, God, I can't keep struggling like this. And I made a petition that, Lord, if you get me out of this rut of struggling the way I have, that I always pay my tithes. And I ain't look back on that. I pay my tithes faithfully. Somebody could give me $10 and I am pulling up an app to give him $1. That's just square business for me. Anytime somebody or anytime I get anything, because there ain't no excuse now. You got everything on your phone. That's how black people say on the phone. You got everything on the phone. So I ain't got no excuse. I don't. And I don't have no excuse not to praise God for everything He has given me. Even all of the rough times with their father, I don't regret that. Because I got 2 beautiful children, even though the oldest one look like him. But I'm thankful for everything. I am. They do. They do. And what's so crazy is they always think it's another man. They don't never think, dang, I just did this woman so dirty. They don't never look at her, she must be fucking somebody. No, I want my peace. I got tired of I'm going back and forth to work and your job was to take me back and forth to work. Make it make sense. And these, like I said, I'm not gonna be that woman that say, he did this or he did that. I allowed it to happen. Because I thought that was love because I didn't grow up with a father. But I'm thankful to say I just don't let men run over me the way. But I'm thankful that was in my 20s. 30s, no. 40s know. I don't let men run over me. And I just don't entertain anything when it comes to my friends. And if we still cool, it's at arm's length. Cause for one, I'm too busy working. I don't have time to sit there and dissect your problems. I'm not gonna sit there and dissect your problems because I got my own problems. It's hard raising two boys by yourself. And then the only time you see the father is when it's a graduation or some kind of accolade. He's standing there like a damn bald eagle with a almost looking like he need to have a bra on with his chest stuck out. It's hard. That's why I have to stay prayed up to keep me from going crazy. That's the only thing that keep my gas going in my car is my relationship with God. Is my relationship because I got a good relationship with both of my kids. And that's a blessing no matter how crazy my oldest when he go to the left. He like I say, he's smelling himself, getting some. Hmm. Men are something else. You said you was with your ex for 20 years. He wanted divorce, but wanted to be boyfriend and girlfriend. And what's so crazy is these men and women, they don't even want you, but don't want nobody else to have you. So they want to just stand in the way so they can get what you bring to the table, providing, providing wise. That's crazy. You don't love me. I done grew out of love with you, but you want to just sit here and just soak and just benefit everything I bring to the table. That's crazy. But that's reality. That's reality to the fullest. It really is. It really is. I'm thankful that my kids, from them seeing me struggle, that they know they gotta work. My oldest son, he get up and go back, and he 18, but he been working since he was 16 because I showed him how to do Uber Eats and DoorDash. So he was working up under me. He'll go and deliver the food. He'll go do what he got to do. But that's because I had to nip in the bud the relationship with their father because they wouldn't have did nothing. It wouldn't have been no prosperous. Not on that end. And I'm a strong believer that boys do need men in their lives. They do. But I'm thankful that God instilled something in me to get them through where they need to be. I agree. But you know what? You had to let that go. But it was a process. And then sometimes you be so sick of somebody, you don't even go through the process. You just done got fed up and you just walk away and count your losses. For real. And I think that's why I'm thankful because like I said, I always pray, Lord, I don't want to be a bitter person. Just because I've never really, and I think that's why that. Do you remember that guy I was telling you about, Scorpio lady, that mama's boy I was dealing with? That's why I hung out with him. I gave him that year and a half because he showed me that there are gentlemen in the world. Because he would take me to nice places and he would give me money. But like I said, toward the end, he started getting cheap with that money. So I knew it was, and then it was just too much dealing with him because he was too emotionally disturbed. He didn't argue. He just stopped talking and all that old disappearing stuff. And I'm like, no, I don't know. You starting to act like you a crackhead or something. I'm not saying he was. I'm not just making light of it, but making a joke out of it. But I could say out of that last relationship, he showed me that there are men that do wine and dine their ladies. But it seemed like the ones that wine you and dine you got to put up with way more paperwork. Maybe that was just him. But I digress. But it's like each situation that you go through, we must learn from it. And every day we supposed to learn something, something. And every day we supposed to be thankful and uplift ourselves, no matter how ugly we may feel. You gotta always look for that light at the end of the tunnel, cause it's a light. Don't surround it with darkness. That was to teach you and make you a better person and build your character up, and also to give you something to talk about, to help somebody else out that situation and struggle, to make you stronger. And I'm thankful that I am a much stronger person. And I'm thankful that God took me through that. And I'm thankful that I didn't have to go through an abusive relationship physically. I'm thankful for everything because it's all learning. And even though I didn't have a father, I'm thankful I had my grandfather. And what's so crazy, my grandfather wasn't no good father to my mama, my mother, and my aunties and uncle. But he made it better the second time around because he was a good grandfather. And I'm thankful that my grandmother had us in church. And like I said, we wasn't Bible thumping or nothing like that, but it was just the fact that she instilled in us that the importance of having a relationship with God. That was the most meaningful thing that she could have done to us, and that was to have us in church all the time. That stood out a long way, and I did that with my kids up until a point, because COVID came about and this and that and the third. But I talk to them all the time, and I make sure that they understand the importance of having a relationship, and also to let them know that through it all, because there is trouble that is going to be in your way, and there are things that are going to rock your boat. But you gotta have your ammunition ready. And you know what's so crazy? He shocked you got him blocked, and then he lying to people, making it seem like it was you, knowing it was him. I never forget when I had, cause I was like I said, I was having a lot of female problems, and my baby daddy, me and him had been broke up. It had been some years, and the only reason why he knew I had my tubes set is because my kids were still kind of small, and I was just telling him, I need you to like watch them more so because I was, my cycle was just a little bit too much or whatever. And when I told him that I had to get my tubes set, just having this talking too damn much, he got mad. But you know why? Because he still thought he had a chance. But when I finally walked away from him, I never went back to him. But like I said, these men they don't want you to prosper and do nothing because they feel like I made her. You ain't make me. My mother made me the person that I am. My father was a sperm donor. I ain't gonna say he played a role in it. My grandmama made me the woman that I am. And I'm thankful. And my grandfather, he played a role. He did the best he could. Because he didn't instill that, but he did instill, as all of them did, to instill in us that we had to work. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. But y'all, I gotta get up in the morning and go to work. I didn't know that the time had overlapped so much. But I thank you all for coming, whoever was here for 10 seconds or however long you say. I really appreciate everybody for coming. Scorpio lady, I really appreciate you for coming and sharing all that you share with me. I wish you nothing but the best. I don't know, I just got special love for you. Frank G, I'm thankful that you came out and spent some time with me. I appreciate that. 4C 4C Game for Life, everything, Mike. I'm gonna have to connect with you because they say that you funny. I appreciate the time that you came out to fellowship with me. Steve, I thank you always. You are always welcome. Keith Smith, I about to say Keith Sweat. Keith Smith, I thank you so much for coming out. All of those that was in the cloud, Chef Fannis Wine, I know you up under the bed sleep. That's my good friend, Chef Fannis Wine. I call him my sugar. Sherry Russell, I thank you for coming out. Yes, Steve Gilmore YouTube channel. I thank you for coming out. He always be dropping that knowledge too. Frank G be dropping knowledge, but everybody on here, we could all learn from each other. And I appreciate each and every one of you all. Love to travel with Wave. I know you've been asleep because I think you have to get up. You always be up early in the morning. I thank you for coming out. Walking into Divine Purpose. That's my YouTube pastor. I thank her for coming out. Chef Hit Dice, I know you probably been gone on, but I still thank you for coming out. Who else? James Money 615. I thank you for coming out. Cool Game, I thank you for coming out. I thank each and every one of you all for coming out. All of those that was in the cloud. I pray that you all got something, reflected off of it, learned from. And I'll be back soon. I'm gonna try to come back on tomorrow. But I thank you all. You just don't know you all mean the world to me. Because I really try to use my platform to something where we all can benefit and learn and love on each other. I love you all. God bless you all. And I pray that you all have a prosperous Monday. You all be encouraged. Scorpio lady, I love you more. It has been fun. I appreciate you. You all be blessed and have a pleasant evening. And love on your people. And cut that dead weight go. And check your bank statements. You all be blessed. Peace and blessings. Good night.